YouTube world, I'm going to do a little pellet test here today. I'm going to be using my Daisy Powerline 880. That's probably the best $35 I've ever spent. Yeah, talking about air rifles anyway. 35 bucks off the shelf at Walmart here in central Pennsylvania. Worth more than 35 bucks. Yes, it's mostly plastic, but accurate, fun, easy to shoot, excellent value for 35 bucks. But anyway, back to the pellets. Excuse me. I've seen a lot of guys do pellet reviews. This is not going to be like a performance review. It's going to be the different aspects of the designs and the different intentions and purposes of the pellets, because that's one thing I see guys sort of getting a little confused on. They use certain pellets and they sound like that they're disappointed or at very least confused about the result of the pellet on the target. They're sort of disappointed or surprised that, say, for example, the destroyer here doesn't go all the way through the can or the animal or whatever it is they're shooting at. And it's designed to not do that. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do from left to right. I'm going to be using the Silent Cat. Let me pause for a minute. I'll get one out of the pack. Alright, should have done that in the first place. I like the Silent Cats. Very nice. Right now my phone doesn't want to focus. They're a heavy pellet for a .177. They are a 10.5 grain when most pellets are 7.5 to 7.9, 7.4 to 7.9 is common. But these are very nice. So they're very heavy, as I said, for a .177. Nice rounded head. So best of both worlds. You get good speed, good impact. They've got a nice long skirt to trap more air. So these are quite good, but still more of a basic pellet. This is about the most basic I've got. The only one I don't have is your old-fashioned, old-school lead pointed pellet. That's the only one I don't have. So this is going to be a domed head. Then I'm going to move on to the Crossman Gold Flight. Now this does have a very definite point, and these are 8.5 grains. This is about as pointy as I've got. And these are, the reason I'm testing these is they claim better penetration. Well, obviously with a point, you're going to get better penetration. So actually, I'll probably start with that. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'll start with the sharpest and pointiest, and then work my way to, like rounded or domed or hollow points. So I'm going to start with the ones that are designed to penetrate. Then I'll end up with the ones that are designed to not penetrate as far but do more damage. Okay, so I'll probably start with these gold flights. Now, I'm not that thrilled with these, to be honest with you. They're okay, but for 10 bucks a pack, 125 pellets, getting a little up there for a .177. And yeah, just not that excited about them. They're okay. The best thing about these, in my opinion, is this little Daisy comes with a port to hold BBs. Well, I don't shoot BBs out of this because it's got a rifled barrel. It damages the rifling, and also the BBs are nowhere near as accurate as pellets. So what I tried with this, I've tried all different pellets in here. I've tried to use it as a like an ammo storage compartment. Well, every pellet I've tried, it's a real pain in the butt to get the pellets back out. Real pain in the ass. But the gold flights, I've got like 25 or 30 in there, and as you can see, they come back out very easily. So handy for that. If I, dare I say, don't laugh, a survival or shit hit the fan situation. Now I'll get on that in a minute, because guys have done reviews on this pellet rifle with that in mind, and they've taken a lot of crap on YouTube. But let me tell you, absolutely, ammo's cheap, they're quiet, and you can absolutely kill rabbits, pheasants, doves, squirrels. So if you are in a survival situation, you've got a lightweight air rifle. It's just over 3 pounds. Pellets are cheap. It's much quieter than a rimfire or centerfire rifle. so you're not attracting that much attention. So yeah, not much of the, not as much of a joke as you would think for survival. You can definitely feed yourself with this. So that's my favourite part about the gold flights, is you can store them in there and get them back out. So anyway, back to the pellets. Red Fire, I've lost the packaging for that, so forgive me. Now, although these are pointed, they are designed to spread. Okay, once that polymer tip breaks the seal, that pellet is designed to spread and shred. Fourth will be the good old hollow points, and last will be the Destroyer. Probably my favourite, not only in the .177, definitely my favourite in my Umarex Octane 22. I find them very consistent with accuracy, and man, they make a mess. They do a nice job. But as I said, that's the whole point of this video, is something like this is not designed to go through and through. It's designed to do damage. Alright, so let me get set up. I've got 5 little cans of tomato sauce, all the same size, all the same weight. And every can's going to get 1 shot of each pellet. And then I'm going to clean the cans out and we'll have a look at the difference in impact damage. Alright, just a quick view of where I took the shots from. It's about 30 feet away, so let's go and have a look. Okay, now 4 cans were set up here and the 5th one there. So let me pull back. First one was the Gold Flight. The can ended up there, was on the rock. Okay, second can was next to it. That's the Silent Cat. So both of those cans were lifted up and landed here. Third was the one at the back there where my finger is. That was the red one. I'll think of the name in a minute. Fourth one was the hollow point, and the 5th one was the Destroyer. It lifted the can off and you can see it rolled down to there. So the first 2, the heavier pellets, certainly picked the cans up and they bounced to there. So now I'm going to grab the cans. I'm going to mark them all. I'm going to grab them. I'm going to empty them out, clean them up so we can see the damage on the cans. Alright guys, that was fun. I measured the distance. It was more like 35 feet. So I'm back. Alright, let's look at the cans. As I said, they were all, I think, like 14-ounce cans of tomato sauce. So yeah, I hope you appreciate the fact that I spent $1.60 on these cans of sauce just for you. So alright, let's look at the damage. The first one was the Gold Flight. You can see nice, neat, round punch hole. That's from the pointed tip, and it did go through. Reasonably clean punch hole out the back. Second was the Silent Cat, which is the I took my open pack outside with me, so it's the that was the 10.5 grain rounded nose and the long skirt. Once again, as you would expect, a pretty clean punch hole. It also went through and through nicely out the back, but also pretty clean. Third, the Red Fire. That's that little guy there. Now they were, I remember on the package, they were labelled as the best hunting pellet. And pretty interesting, that red polymer tip will break off. It'll pierce a hole, then the skirt there will spread open, so the polymer tip will come out. And as you can see, that did exactly what it was designed to do. It ripped a big hole in the front, in the entrance, and that was because the pellet itself spreads, and it did not go through and through. You can see the difference there from a clean punch hole to major damage, because the pellet is designed to spread on impact, not go through and through, but do damage. Onto the hollow point, still a reasonably clean hole. The hollow point, that guy, is also designed to spread on impact. So you can see a little more of a spread there compared to a pointed pellet. It did go through, and not a bad exit. Okay, finally the destroyer. Now I was surprised with the destroyer. I've used these a lot. I didn't expect it to go through and through. On the bigger cans of tomato sauce it doesn't. Because I'm a cheap ass, I bought the small cans. So here's the destroyer. You can see, you will see though, there's more, see on just the hollow point, it is a cleaner hole. The destroyer, even on impact, already started spreading. And we should see evidence of that on the exit. Yeah. See, we've got a much bigger exit, if you want to call it a wound. If we were using the gun for pest control or hunting. That was the hollow point. That's the destroyer. So obviously from point of impact to the exit, the destroyer certainly spread a lot more. One thing I want to point out with both of these guys, I don't know if it's really going to show up on camera, but these cans are swollen. They puffed out, especially the base and the top of the can are slightly domed compared to these guys. The red fire pellet, which spreads, has got a slight dome. These guys remain flat. So that's another thing that told me these guys went sort of through and through clean, like a knife or a screwdriver. The red fire that started spreading, you can even hear how it bowed out. Because of the impact, and more obvious on these guys, quite noticeably have a bowed, puffed up can, and that's from the force of impact. Where the first two guys, the first two pellets, are more pointed, it's more like a knife going through. These guys, it's more like a sledgehammer with a slight point. There's a lot more muzzle energy, if you want to put it that way. There's a lot more hitting power and more damage done. So a pointed pellet will give you more like the stab of a knife. This is going to give you more like a punch that's still going to punch a hole. So yeah, stabbed in the stomach, punched in the stomach with a hole put through. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So alright, that's been long enough. I was trying to keep this as short as possible. Hope that gives you a bit of an explanation as to what pellet to choose and the function and the role different pellets have. Thanks for watching.